built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So Minnesota's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the Jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the Little Brown Jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't.
It's a fumble! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Great place to start for this offense. Hands it off on the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Underwood. He's got it down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Takes a grab, and he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, nah, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Got it set up on the outside. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. In the lore of the Little Brown Jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little Brown Jug me.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it down the field. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Fighting off the defender. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? You're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. He's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Minnesota! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Lets it fly. Working on the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. And first down for the offense.
The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Out of the gun to give to the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Maybe some room here. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Into the end zone for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. That's caught, it's held. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The run inside, it's Taylor. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? And it looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that Fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then, a little you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are, and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
And you know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the Little Brown Jug in that box.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
There's some room. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the...
Snags it, and there's running room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Golden Gophers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. In the red area, it's Ford. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
To the air, it's Lindsey. Pocket breaking down, and they got it.
And that's unfortunate for the offense because that drive looked so good. They were just methodical, and they were running, and they were throwing, and had the football down in a great position down near the goal line. You've got to be able to pay that off. You cannot afford to take a sack in that situation. If you're the quarterback, that's a massive mistake.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Unleashes one. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To the wideout. Gain of 19 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Underwood. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using his feet. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Coming to the line, looking looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's got him. Just steamrolling the defense. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. The Gophers will take their first time out. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They go play action. Bryce Underwood using his legs to buy some time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Throwing, Underwood. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. There he goes. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Got a man. It's Helms. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. Knocked down for the tackle. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It's caught. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! He got it right inside the pylon.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he added the extra point. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Marshall. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Now rolling to the left. He'll get rid of it. It's caught downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Taylor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hauls it in. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. Over the middle it's Smith. Breaks into the open. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Dumps it off in the flats. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Trying to run, it's Turner. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota! A offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll move the tight end. Underwood. Pulls it in. It's Marsh.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Underwood in the gun on third down. The quick out. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Throwing, Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the two, and they will draw no closer here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Taylor has it. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Great job by the back on the option. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires quickly. At midfield, he's got room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy.
Upstairs, he's got it. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Snags it! First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Big Blue with the answer. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Makes the grab. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Right down the middle. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Look at this. He's going to catch it right in front of his own goal line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Play fake, Underwood. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. Might be calling a hot route. Handoff to the lone back. There's a little room there. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Working that left side now. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Got his man down the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback making checks. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, Odyssey. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
No-brainer this late in the game. Up by 1, you got to go for 2 and try to push it out to a 3-point edge. Wide receiver going in motion. Underwood. It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as a 2-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
He wants to change this route. The give to the lone running back. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. This trophy has been around forever, the oldest in the FBS, and for much of that time it has been controlled by Michigan. And once again, it is the Wolverines taking the Little Brown Jug away from Minnesota. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.